Welcome back to my channel. We are drawing a Brontosaurus today, and we're going to color it too. I've decided to go ahead and draw them and color each one of them. Then I can pick out the 4 I need for the front and back covers of my coloring book that I'm designing for this one. I've already got the farm critters, or critters around the farm, ocean critters, and African critters out on Amazon for purchase. So, and I've also got merchandise that's available too. I started out with the head. I used a 2B pencil to get the circle so I could erase it better, and I'm switching to a 4 what do we got here, a 4B for my sketching, because it shows up a little bit better on the camera. I don't spend a lot of time on the penciling part because it is so light, so this part won't last very long. Stick around to the end and you'll see the final colored drawing, and let me know what you think about it, what you would have done differently. I'd like to hear about that in the comments. So the Brontosaurus, there's something incredibly peaceful about drawing dinosaurs, especially the gentle giant like this Brontosaurus. It's strange to think that they once roamed the earth. They had massive bodies, swooping tails, and necks that stretched high into the trees. Here on the head, had fun with the head. The eyes were nice and the legs were good. The curves, I used a what do you call it? A ruler, flexible ruler, to get the curve the way I want it. These are pretty nice. They bend really cheap. They work really well for most curves. That was my inking, so that's all done. So now we're gonna get into the coloring, sharpen the old pencil, and I shrunk it down just to make it quicker to color. It makes it easier to get all the colors darker, so I can use it for publishing my book. Some other little facts about these guys. A full-grown Brontosaurus could reach 72 feet in length. That's longer than 4 school buses lined up from nose to tail. They were heavy. They could weigh as much as 15 tons, but yet they moved with a slow, deliberate pace, we assume. Despite their size, they weren't predators. They were peaceful plant eaters, wandering the herds across lush river valleys during the late Jurassic period. The world they lived in was warmer than ours today, with long dry seasons and short bursts of heavy rains. No grass under their feet, just carpets of ferns and clusters of plants, small plants with conifer trees towering overhead. They had teeth shaped like small pegs, which was perfect for stripping leaves from branches. They didn't chew their food. Instead, they swallowed it whole, letting their enormous stomachs and digestive system break it down. Some paleontologists believe they swallowed stones to help grind up the tough plant material. They probably traveled in groups, long necks rising and falling like ships on gentle waves. Maybe they communicated with low frequency sounds. Who knows? There's a theory their tails could crack like a whip. That's why I made the tail a little curved, just for that purpose on here. Whether it was warning to predators or to keep the herd together, we may never know how they use their tails. The tree, I decided to put a little bit of different coloring into it, so that it would have some depth to it. The whole drawing was really fun to do. I really like the browns in the tree there. The plants, maybe I made a little bit too many plants on the ground. Who knows? We weren't there. When I got to the dinosaur itself, or the spots, I started with them first, and you'll see after the grass here. Kind of inspired me by giraffes. The giraffe I did for the African critters, and maybe a little bit of the ocean too, but I like the spots. I chose yellow for the spots. We'll never know the true colors that they were, but that's where coloring page You get to decide. Maybe they were dark, rich green and blended in with the forest, or maybe a deep blue, or I decided to do a little bit of, I have no idea what that color is. Maybe a brownish in it, and then a little heavier shading for some shadows. And you know, for decades, scientists thought the Brontosaurus wasn't even real. They thought it was just another name for Apatosaurus. It wasn't until 2015 that a team re-examined the fossils and gave the Bronto its name back. So it turns out there are enough differences to make a distinct dinosaur after all. I brought this giant back from extinction on paper, and it's been a fun ride. So here's our little gentle giant standing in the warm Jurassic sun, surrounded by the plants that love to eat. Its long neck reaching towards the treetops, and its tail swaying in the breeze, and its footprints leaving marks in the soft earth. I like my picture, putting my tools away. Thanks so much for joining me on this Brontosaurus adventure. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And maybe you'll think about starting a hobby of your own. I get up at 4 a.m., start drawing. It clears my mind. It's peaceful. So please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.